Alrighty, Roman taking the ball down. CJ Miller taking his time. As Malachi Hooks applies pressure, but CJ will pass it out, Sebastian Edwards. Sammy Jackson. Tyler Sutton trying to find that three, but he pulls it left. This is this impact player, Quentin Cooper. Question is, can he have a good night tonight, as he has been with this 3-1 season for the Colts today, or this season, excuse me.
It's an and one by Cooper going right up against CJ Miller, Roman Catholic's best defender. Really good move, great shot over CJ. It's really hard because of CJ's wingspan, but he really got the shot off with somewhat ease, it looks like.
So he'll take the and one as he heads to the free throw line. This is exactly what they need. Now they made it a 5-point game. Playing consistent, playing conservative, and not making those shots that you don't think you can get here. Samaj Robinson trying to get the pass to number 44, Sharif Jackson. Sharif Jackson, first team All-Catholic, first team 6A, PIAA All-State, and he's a commit to Lafayette, averaging 17 points and 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah, he's been the player of the conference and the league and the greater league area twice.
And
you can see why with that
just
combination of strength and
humongous.
size.
Yes.
That's a foul on Jackson's surrender. Malachi Hooks, and he looks to be shaken up by that big hit, looks like.
And that's the hardest thing that players see with Sharif Jackson. It's the fouls. He's so big that he can just barrel through them. And that's what happens, they have to foul.
Jackson with the soft toucher on the rim too. He's not just a bruiser, he's a really good finisher in general.
Michael Johnson tries to get it up as number 35, Malachi Hooks, puts the ball in. 52 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh. Big alley-oop to CJ Miller again. Been really impactful this entire
One thing that you need to know about this Roman Catholic team is how communicative they are. As you can see, that great communication for the alley-oop. As Tyler Sutton tries, Malachi Gray.
Sharif Jackson again just barreling down the center.
Yep.
Coolidge doesn't want to stand in front of him because they're afraid of, like, they might get hurt.
That versatility, just heaves it up. He'll get those 2 points. Back shot, number 5, Quentin Cooper. He's got 5 points on the night. They take it to Sharif Jackson, who takes a long 3-point to end the first quarter. All right, Henry, if people are just tuning in, let's get some recaps going. What's been going on?
So, Roman Catholic really started this game out with an early big lead over Coolidge because of their defensive talent in there. They really have almost a perfect forward in CJ Miller to complement Sharif Jackson on the inside, both of whom have been playing outstandingly, both on the offensive and defensive end. But Coolidge has been able to trim the lead back down to 6 after being down more than double digits. I think that's credit to Quentin Cooper. He started the game on the bench. He came in, was a bit of a spark plug. He's number 2 all-time leading scorer in Coolidge basketball history. Hopefully passing him up sooner. He started the night 62 points out of that record. He's probably less than 60 at this point right now.
And this winning team right now, Roman Catholic High School. The varsity basketball program participates in the Philadelphia Catholic League and has a league record of 34 PCL titles. And additionally, Roman Catholic has won 4 of those Pennsylvania Interstate Athletic Association state championships and has seen 13 of their graduates play in the NBA. So they've got a long history. Both these teams do, winning many of their championships, their conference championships, and it's been fun to see.
Seems to be confusion over fouls at this point right now. Let's see.
Looks like there's a little confusion between the stats people and the coaches, and they don't believe Malachi Hooks has 2 fouls. Did you see 2 fouls? I don't know. It seems like there's confusion going on. That
seems to be a lot of confusion. Malachi Hooks was the one guarding Sharif Jackson, so it wouldn't be a surprise based on his play style. But I don't believe he had 2 fouls.
I believe he only has 1. As Roman Catholic coach Chris McNesby comes in to see what the confusion is between both of the head coaches and the stats people. Seems to be like they just resolved it. All right, Roman Catholic's got ball as they take it to the top of the key with Tyler Sutton. Sebastian Edwards.
Sammy Jackson pulls the 3. Little off. It's going to be a foul on C.J. Miller, who's really played almost a flawless first quarter.
And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to have these unnecessary fouls, especially early on in this game. This is not what they need.
No. They've been playing such good ball prior,
right?
But they don't want to get messy at some point and get those fouls they could have very much avoided.
Alrighty, Quentin Cooper takes it up half court. Lets it loose. Looked like it was all ball, but they're going to call it a foul on Sebastian Edwards. So that's number 2 for fouls with Sebastian Edwards. So looks like Roman Catholic's fallen into a little bit of foul trouble with their starters.
Yeah, this is something, like I said, they didn't want to avoid. Sebastian Edwards is a very similar player to C.J. Miller, and he complements Sharif Jackson, their best player, so well. So we really don't want to see him as like a second or third star get in foul trouble because he has so much potential.
Quentin Cooper 3 for 3. He's got 7 on the night. Tyler Sutton. Sebastian Edwards. Sutton trying to cut. Could not deliver.
Looks like he didn't clearly establish that he was inbounds before that.
I think
good drive, good attempted finish.
I think Coolidge is now getting into their zone a little bit. They've read the starters for Roman Catholic, and they know what to do on defense, and their defense has been a lot different now, scoring no points for Roman Catholic right now.
I like this zone for Coolidge. Roman Catholic is a very much team on offense, is very much dedicated to a driving kick game. If with the 2-3 zone, you very much limit that ability to kick because you have 2 guys on the wings the entire time.
Right. Sutton. Jackson over to Robinson. Sutton looking for a 3. Looks like he pulls it just a little bit too much as Coolidge takes it down half.
Turner with the ball now.
Eric Turner of Coolidge High School tries to put one in. Little floater, but no good.
Jackson gets it into Sharif. Good cut by Edwards.
Sebastian Edwards.
Good, almost had eyes in the back of his head for Jackson there.
And it's picked up by Roman Catholic number 3, Tyler Sutton. But Sammy Jackson will finish it up as they take an 8-point lead against Coolidge High School.
Sammy Jackson is just a really good young player. He's only a junior class of 2026, so he has a lot of room to grow, but he's a top 100 ranked player in his class, so he has a lot of potential. He's really tall, 6'7". He's the second tallest player on this team, right behind Sharif.
5:40 left in this second quarter. Henry, what does Coolidge need to do in order to get back in this game? Because it seems like their defense has been building up, but offensively, they haven't been able to make things happen. So what do they need to do?
They need to find some way to get Sharif Jackson out of the paint. Sharif has such a big height advantage over the rest of Coolidge, so they really need to find a way to get Sharif out of the paint. That will really open up their driving lanes, which is something Coolidge is really good at in general. They have such athletic finishers at the rim. If they can find a way to get Sharif out of that paint, they'll be fine.
That might nearly be impossible. As Micaiah Gray takes the ball up for Coolidge. Good all. Micaiah drives.
It's going to be a block by Sutton.
Tipped.
Great defense.
Jackson showing he's boss on the court.
It's going to be a travel call
Yep.
against Jackson. Just took one too many steps there as he was following forward.
Gray. Bounce pass over to Cooper. This Coolidge offense needs to find a spark that they dearly and desperately need to light this fire.
In the first quarter, that was Cooper, but he seems to be swarmed by every player right now.
That's exactly what they needed with Micaiah Gray driving and an and one.
Looks like it's going to be a charge actually on Gray. Great defense.
Excuse me.
Great finish, even better defense.
It's another thing that Roman Catholic does so well is drawing those fouls from the other team.
On offense and defense right now.
It's harder to do defensively, but they know how to get it done. As Sutton takes the ball up, looking for a lane, can't find it, over to Jackson. And he'll get fouled and sent to the free throw line.
It's going to be on 21 Harvey, who's been in a little bit of foul trouble, as what comes with guarding Jackson because of his physicality. Jackson makes the first. Jackson with the second two. Such a great free throw shooter. If he can develop a three-point shot, I think Jackson could really make an impact at Lafayette. While it may not be the best place to start off at college, thanks to the new transfer portal in modern basketball, he could end up at a very much prominent Power 5 school, and I believe it.
Gray looks for the layup, can't deliver, and he'll throw it in, getting fouled on his way. Cooper lets one fly.
Really hit the front rim, but it's going to be a foul on Roman Catholic. That's going to be one on Jackson.
Yeah, this is not what they need to be doing right now. Roman Catholic has always had trouble with fouling as they take Sharif Jackson out, and that's a good idea because you do not want him fouling out before the end of the half.
Cooper trying to find his man on the inside. Going to get deflected a couple times before going out of bounds on Coolidge. Roman Catholic ball.
Sutton slowly taking the ball to half court. And his pass was intercepted but fumbled. That was number 3, Micaiah Gray. All right, they're going to try it again with Tyler Sutton taking the ball up. Try number 2 failed, and Coolidge will have ball.
Yeah, great defensive possession from Coolidge. Not the most high-scoring game, but you can tell how much these players want it based on that low-scoring game. This defensive intensity right now is ridiculous.
Good screen by Andre Chuefa. Gray with the ball. It gets tipped, and that'll be Coolidge ball.
Again, defensive intensity from both teams.
Yep.
Both teams just jumping into the passing lanes, diving on the floor at every chance.
It looks like it's been all defense so far. Cooper.
Gets blocked by Miller. Team gets the board again, not again. Sammy Jackson.
And that was Noah Lamondu, who had 2 attempts, missed them both. Sutton, there's a little jump shot. No good.
He's going to get blocked again.
Sammy Jackson seemed cornered there as he takes the pass out to Samaj Robinson and over to Edwards. Sutton. Finds the lane.
Incredibly athletic finish there by Sutton.
Little reverse layup there for the 6'2" sophomore.
It's going to be a blocking foul against Roman Catholic. That's on number 5, Samaje Robinson.
Oh, is it? Yep, block. No, it's another. Oh, excuse me. And that pass was way overthrown by Micaiah Gray.
Trying to find number 10, Noah Lamondu. Overshot him just a little bit.
Okay, Dwayne Ruffin taking the ball up. He's a freshman, 5'8". Sammy Jackson. Back up. Good. That'll add 2 more points to Roman Catholic 31.
Little Dirk Nowitzki action in there. Gray trying to find Lamondu again. Pass gets deflected before he could.
All right, here comes Derek Washington Jr., the 5'10" freshman. He is rated as a top 15 player in the DMV in the 2028 class. He is the coach's son.
A lot of expectations come from that.
All right, Washington sees his first pass, sends it over to Turner. Washington looks for lane, drives, no good.
Overshot just a little bit too much on that. Now it's going to be a charge for Calvin Coolidge, using a little bit of Roman Catholic's own medicine against them.
CJ Miller's got 3 fouls, which is what you do not want. 2 more fouls and he's gone from this game with 1:32 left in the first half.
They're going to pull him going for a smaller lineup here, which is funny to say because their tallest player is still 6'7".
Washington, top of the key. Eric Turner looking for a little jump shot, can't hit it, but they'll get the rebound.
Turner with
and
the
Turner will try again. No good.
Jackson with the rebounds.
Sutton.
going to be Edwards driving in again. Gets the foul as he tries to get the easy lay.
All right, the first of 2 for Sebastian Edwards. First one's good. Washington takes up ball. Michael Johnson attempts the 3, no good, and they'll give it right back to Roman Catholic. Sutton. Brick and number 13, Andre Chuefa, with the rebound.
Coolidge still trying to find something on the inside. Coolidge still trying to find some stuff on the offensive end. They get the shot to go, but it's going to be an offensive foul against them. Again, this Roman Catholic defense is just suffocating them.
They are indeed, as Sutton takes the ball up. Micaiah Gray giving him some trouble. Their defense has become stronger as the minutes go by. Sebastian Edwards with the 3. As that's the end of the second quarter and the first half. Okay, let's bring in Roman Catholic's head coach, Chris McNesby.
Coach McNesby, nice to have you on headset.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
What have you seen on your players, and what do you like out of them tonight offensively?
We're sharing the ball pretty good, finding the open guy, which is always good. A little bit of foul trouble here, so we got to be careful with that. But I think we came out of there pretty good. So.
And what do you think you need to see coming out of the first half?
They're gonna make it. They're gonna make a run. They're a tough team, a lot of tough kids. They don't quit. They don't back down. So we're gonna have to handle some pressure, and we got to play 4 quarters.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That was Chris McNesby of Roman Catholic. All right, that concludes the first half. You're watching Gonzaga Sports Broadcasting at the DC Classic. We'll see you shortly at the second half. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Carmody Center at Gonzaga College High School in our nation's capital. I'm Mike Maluzzo alongside
Henry Calpin.
If you're just joining us, it's been a little bit of a shaky one for the Colts as they haven't been able to get much of a start here. Offensively, a little defensively, but they've made their way through. For those just joining, what are some main highlights of tonight's game?
So first half has been a battle of runs so far. First quarter, Roman Catholic came out and just, we're bigger than you, we bullied them. They bullied them out to an early double-digit lead, but Coolidge came back late in that first quarter, thanks a lot to their offense by number 5, Quentin Cooper, number 2 leading scorer all time in the high school's history, and he was the really spark plug that got them back into the game. But since then, it's kind of been all Roman Catholic, but you can't really say that because there hasn't really been that much offense.
Right.
Defensively, both teams have come out with a lot of promise. Coolidge switched some things up to slow down Roman Catholic, but we'll see how much things change as the second half starts.
Sharif Jackson, C.J. Miller, Sebastian Edwards, they're all in a little bit of some foul trouble. What do you think as a coach they talked about in the locker room in terms of that foul trouble?
I think it's just a matter of how aggressive these players are going to come out and be. Sharif and CJ came out guns blazing to get them out to an early lead. But with the second half, I think they're going to rely on their other players a little more. Sammy Jackson, Tyler Sutton, both had great first halves. But I think with their other 3 guys in foul trouble, these guys might have to step up just a little bit more.
All right, Cooper with ball. Looking for a little layup. Can get it. And they're 2 points closer to getting to Roman Catholic. As Sebastian Edwards tries to take the ball up, but Micaiah Gray giving him some trouble here.
Cooper with the steal. Over to Gray.
Oh.
It's going to be a chase down block by Jackson. Coolidge bench is furious.
Sammy Jackson. Sammy Jackson is top 100 ranked in sophomore class. He is, the junior class. This kid can play ball. Sutton looks for the 3. Can't get it as Sharif Jackson looks for the ball. And it's intercepted by Tavalz Goodall.
Cooper with the trying to get the fancy pass into number 21, Jabreem Harvey, who's been in a little bit of foul trouble this game. Really great dynamic offensive player, really great lob threats, but nobody really because of the foul trouble caused by Jackson.
All right, Jackson with ball. Eric Turner applying some pressure. Sharif Jackson. Sutton.
Loses the ball for a second.
And
Miller tries to get the ball back. It's going to be a kick ball.
Yep. We can already see that this Coolidge defense has even turned better at the end of that half. And now, right now, getting all the points right now and 1 from Micaiah Gray, the 6'1" sophomore.
Yeah, he's had the ball a lot this game, but he hasn't really gotten the opportunity to use it a lot. This Roman Catholic defense has been rather suffocating in their zone, but now they switched to a man defense, which is giving Gray and other players like Gray and Cooper a little more opportunity to shine because of their one-on-one greatness.
Gray. Sutton.
The battle of number 3s.
Yep. Sammy Jackson. Sutton. Wow.
And 1-3. You do not see that very often.
You do not.
He knew that was good from the moment he let that go.
You know, and it's interesting to see that there are not a lot of N1 threes now in basketball. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not applying as much pressure outside the 3-point zone.
I can credit it to 2 main things. the intelligence of modern defenders, and James Harden taking advantage of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google James Harden Houston highlights.
Oh, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. As number 5, Quentin Cooper attempts that layup, will not get it.
They're gonna call it on the floor. It's another foul on Miller. Again, getting in a lot of foul trouble. That's his 4th.
Yep, he's close to fouling out, and this would be a huge loss to the Cahill Lights offense and defense. Eric Turner will put that one in for 2. Right now, it's been mostly Coolidge. It's been good to see that they're trying to come back here.
Coolidge defense forces the over and back turnover from Sutton. Again, Coolidge has started the second half exactly as I would, putting as much pressure on Roman offensively as possible and taking advantage while they're on offense.
Alrighty, Judah Sterling, the 6'4" sophomore, class of 2027, will sub in for CJ Miller, who is in some foul trouble right now, with Micaiah Gray taking the ball up for the Colts. Cooper losing control. Gray looking for a lane, and he'll float that one in. And they're only 14 points back. They're coming back. Samaj Robinson over to Jackson. Great. Lets it go, and it swirls in and out.
It's going to be another foul on Jackson, who...
Man, this is not looking good for Roman.
Jackson, like Miller, is also in foul trouble. Jackson, arguably Roman Catholic's best player, has 3 fouls on him, something you don't want to see from a big man, too.
And it looks like Sebastian Edwards will be coming back in as it's intercepted. Gray, who'll put up 2.
Sutton gets out to foul in transition. Both teams battling for these boards right now. As Sammy Jackson, the sophomore, the junior, comes away with it. Sorry.
Sammy Jackson, a little behind the back, and 2 points up for Roman Catholic. Gray with the little bounce pass to Vaz Goodall, and that'll put 2 more points up for the Colts.
Count the basket. Tyler Sutton again, amazing finishing ability. Gets the and one to fall.
All right, here comes Derek Washington Jr. and Andre Chuefa. Subbing in for Tavaz Goodall and Malachi Hooks.
That took his 3rd foul.
Both teams seem to be in a little bit of foul trouble. Sutton will put that ball in from the free throw line, making it 47-28. 3:32 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Gray drives. Nice pass to Andre Chuefa, but he fails to lay that one up. Sammy Jackson aims and fires, but he'll miss that one.
It's Judah Sterling on the offensive boards, who just came in.
Yep.
For Jackson, already making an early impact as he goes to the line for 2.
And that'll be on Andre Chuefa, as Judah Sterling misses his first free throw shot. So he'll go 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Eric Turner at the top of the key. Washington. Andre Chueffel will try to put that one in.
He's going to get fouled by Sebastian Edwards. Going to be his 4th foul. Again, these foul trouble for Roman Catholic is really
Sebastian
racking up
Edwards,
right now.
Sharif Jackson, C.J. Miller. They're all in foul trouble with 4 fouls apiece. I think Sharif either has 2 or 3.
Sharif has 3. And still with an entire quarter left and 3 minutes in this one.
Andre Chueffel will shake that one off.
Going to be interesting to see how Roman Catholic's going to adjust to this strategy now that arguably their 3 best players are out in foul trouble.
This could be really bad for Roman Catholic.
Or it could be good for them. Again, Sammy Jackson and Tyler Sutton have both played amazingly so far this game. Sutton being the offensive engine.
The 5'8" freshman guard, Dwayne Ruffin from Roman Catholic, attempts to get that one. And he'll intercept that one, giving it to Sammy Jackson. Jackson. Ruffin.
Jackson again with under 3, 2, 1. Gets it off the backboard. Shot clock violation on Jackson.
This Colts defense has been looking really good, and I'd like to see it. And they're really holding this strong Roman Catholic offense on its heels.
Yeah, I'm guessing coach didn't like their defensive intensity to start the game. And starting in the second quarter, they really started to limit this Roman Catholic team in terms of what they can do on offense.
I think Coach Washington has seen how strong this Roman Catholic offense is, but he knows his players can attack them, and they've been doing just that in this third quarter. With close to under 2 minutes left in this third quarter, I think we have to say it now. The Colts have to make something on their with their offensive game right now.
I think now is the perfect time to do that with Roman Catholic's big 3 in foul trouble right now, all of them sitting out. You have the opportunity to take advantage of their quote-unquote replacements. I say replacements because everybody on Roman Catholic has really been playing well tonight. Dwayne Ruffin, the freshman, is playing well tonight. Number 15, Judah Sterling, who's just getting his first playing time with Jackson with Sharif Jackson in foul trouble, has really been playing well as a small ball center. And number 5, Samaj Robinson, really, you can't really call him a replacement because he's been kind of a 6th man for this team the entire night with a little veteran leadership.
Yep, and we're just seeing that the Colts are now applying pressure on Roman Catholic's side. They're playing lockdown defense, but Sutton finds a way, sees an open lane, takes it, add 2 to Roman Catholic score, 50-31.
It's going to be a foul on number 5, Samaj Robinson. It's going to be a 2nd foul of the game. Quentin Cooper at the line. Him and Gray have really been the offense for Coolidge tonight as Cooper really got them back into this game in the first quarter.
This is not what you want to do. Foul Quentin Cooper, because he'll make every single free throw shot that he has. As Sammy Jackson has ball. Michael Johnson applying some good pressure. And that looked like a bad screen by number 15, Judah Sterling, which result in the Colts' possession.
Sly's going to get subbed out now. Sharif Jackson's back in with his 3 fouls. It's going to be interesting to monitor that situation and how aggressive he is on both the offensive and defensive
Yep,
ends.
you can see that Roman Catholic's become a little desperate here. Great. And that's what you can't do. You have to play conservative now. You have to get those buckets. If you're not certain, don't shoot it. Make those good passes. You'll find a lane. And I think that's what the Colts have been unable to see tonight.
It's going to be a foul on Sammy Jackson. It's going to be his second now. You really don't want Sammy Jackson to get into foul trouble.
You do
Once
not.
Jackson's in foul trouble, every starter except for Sutton's in foul trouble. And that becomes a problematic situation.
What I think Dwayne Ruffin, does he have a foul? I don't think he does. Lamondu, he'll put one in. Noah Lamondu, the 6'1 junior. And he goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line as they apply some major, excuse me. Alrighty, there's a timeout on the play. If you're just tuning into the 35th annual DC Classic, we have had 2 games before this. Our first game tonight, Archbishop Spalding prevailed over Lane Tech of Illinois. And then Gonzaga College High School, while it did seem close in the first half, did beat St. Ignatius. So we've seen 2 games. We're going to have games tomorrow and then the championship on Sunday. From the other teams, what do you think the team that it comes to your mind in terms of their offense and defense in this DC Classic?
I think so far it's been Archbishop Spalding. Lane Tech is a very formidable opponent, being the best team in the Chicago and Illinois and Northern Illinois area. But Archbishop Spalding, while they're not known for being a good basketball team around here, you have to remember that the WCAC is one of the best basketball conferences in the country. And because of that, Archbishop Spalding kind of gets outshined by some of the powerhouses like Gonzaga, DeMatha, PVI. But they really are a great team, and they showed that today with their not only like interior presence, but they have some playmakers on the outside that can make a lot of things happen with the basketball.
And if this is your first DC Classic, last year Gonzaga was our victor in our championship for the DC Classic. They've been the most dominant team here at this tournament. Obviously, this is their home soil. Their students, obviously, in attendance today. Okay, 1:02 left in the third quarter as Sutton passes, and he'll lay it up.
It's a lot of quick ball movement from Roman Catholic. Again, they really love to share the ball around. Okay,
Derek Washington Jr. with the ball. Looking for a lane. No, bounce it up. That's 2 for Derek Washington Jr.
You gotta think Dad's gonna be happy about that.
Oh, yeah. No, Lamondu applying some good pressure on Sammy Jackson.
Speaking of Jackson, Sharif Jackson is really making his presence known on the inside as he gets the foul from Michael Johnson. It's going to be Johnson's first.
And you cannot do this less than a minute into the third quarter, and then in the fourth. Fouling has to be both of these teams' enemies right now.
Jackson again, such soft touch around the rim. He really makes his presence known down there, but what's great is his size and strength really defers opponents on the defensive ends.
Cooper trips. Pass it over to, Sharif
Jackson with the block on the end. Again, such size and capability, really helps him on that defensive end.
Okay, so what are the main takeaways of this third quarter, Henry?
Main takeaways of the third quarter, I'd say, are the impact of Calvin Coolidge's defense early, but ultimately Roman Catholic has proved to be the better team so far. Calvin Coolidge came out early with players like Malachi Gray and Quentin Cooper getting easy buckets as Roman Catholic's main guys, Miller, Jackson, and Edwards were all in foul trouble. But once Jackson came back in, man, he's just such a difference maker on both ends of the floor.
We have not seen a lot of C.J. Miller this past third quarter. That's because of his foul trouble with 4 fouls. Do you think he's going to come back in, or do you think we're not going to see him for most of the night?
I think if I was Roman Catholic's head coach, I'd put him in for about the first 4 or 5 minutes. I wouldn't risk him getting a foul. I'd play him just enough time to make him feel confident with his shot tonight, because while he has been great, he really hasn't been shooting that well from the outside. He's been getting a lot of his points inside in the interior based off great passes from Roman Catholic's players like Jackson and Sutton. But I wouldn't have him play the entirety of the fourth quarter, especially with such a big lead. I think it's just unnecessary.
Sammy Jackson, top 100 ranked junior in his class. He's been, I think, the main player that we've been watching today. He's been the impact player that we've seen defensively and offensively. What does he need to do in order to keep up a great night that he's been having?
I think he just needs to watch the fouls. Like Roman Catholic, once they got up to the big lead, they just got a little careless with what they were doing. Miller, Edwards, and Jackson all gone to fouls. Sammy Jackson has been relatively out of foul trouble, but in that third quarter, he picked up 2. We just can't see him get those careless fouls again that limits him, because he's such a great weapon on offense and defense. He's 6'7", but he really plays like a 2 or 3 guard instead of like a traditional power forward or center.
All right, last quarter of the night for these two teams. As Samaj Robinson attempts a 3-pointer, but does not deliver. And that'll be a foul on the Carolites.
It's going to be on Cam Sutton for Catholic. That's his first. Thank gosh Cam Sutton's been out of foul trouble. He's been so great on offense and in the passing lanes.
Tyler Sutton, the main point guard tonight, taking up the ball, making good plays, finding lanes, and right now, playing good D. All right, Washington Jr. hands it over to Micaiah Gray.
Jackson gets the ball down to the other Jackson. Sammy Jackson tries to get the block in, but Quentin Cooper, such a great player, gets the chase down block, gets the deflection out of bounds. It's going to be Roman Catholic ball, but thank gosh for that transition defense from the Colts.
Great block. Sebastian Edwards attempts the 3, and Gray tries to go in.
It's going to be a foul on Sutton as she tries to get it. Charge.
It's close.
Close. I don't know if he got his feet set, but he got the ref's eyes for the charge. It's going to be Sutton's second foul. Again, he just really needs to stay out of foul trouble. So does the entirety of Catholic.
Okay, Micaiah Gray. Cooper.
Trying to find something in the mid-range. Jackson with the rebound. Up to Robinson. They kick it out to Sutton. Sutton, 3 off the back rim.
Jackson, good.
Bang.
That is something they need right now as they extend that lead, 57-39, with under 7 minutes to go in this second half. All right, Washington Jr. with ball. And he'll throw it away over to Sharif Jackson, taking the ball up. Robinson. Sutton. Gray applying good pressure, but Sutton is able to find a lane.
Again, Sutton. He's not fast. He's just really, really quick. That first step of his.
And he's also smart with the ball. He can read those plays, find those lanes, and make a pass like that to number 1, Sammy Jackson.
Looks like C.J. Miller is going to check back into the game here with 5:46 left.
And Derek Washington, the head coach of the Coolidge Colts, is going to take a timeout. I think that's a good idea. Throw this Roman Catholic team off their groove.
Again, the story of this game so far has been Roman Catholic's defense. Calvin Coolidge just hasn't seemed to be able to find a weakness in it. We thought guys like Makai Gray and Quentin Cooper had an answer to that in the start of the third quarter, but Roman Catholic soon shut that down. And since then, it's just been kind of all offense for them.
It has indeed. Alrighty, after the DC Classic, Roman Catholic heads to Palmetto Bay, Florida at the end of December to participate in the Junior Orange Bowl basketball tournament before getting their always tough PCL schedule underway. So it's a big tournament for them after this DC Classic. With a good team like this, they have a shot at possibly making some history at the Junior Orange Bowl basketball tournament. But right now they're focused on one thing only: beating this Coolidge Colts team right now, as they're up 61-39 with under 6 minutes to go in the second half. All right, the Colts need to do something as Cooper takes a long three, which will give them a couple other points. All right, Jackson with the ball.
Jackson to Jackson.
Cooper just lying there, absolutely exhausted. These guys are running with their heads cut off right now.
Everybody just running around with so much energy right now. It's almost impossible to not to see how much both of these teams want to win this game.
All right, we see C.J. Miller back in the game. Sharif Jackson. He'll let it fly, but it'll be no good, as Gray lays it up.
Lamondu tries to get the tip-in attempt, falls just short.
How many timeouts we got? How many timeouts we got?
Risky pass there by Lamondu. Gray recovers though.
Alrighty, Sammy Jackson with the ball. Looking for a player, he sees Micaiah Gray. Sharif with the ball. And it will remain Roman Catholic ball.
It's going to be foul on number 21 for Roman Catholic, Jabreem Harvey. Again, this guy is so talented. It's just he had the unfortunate task of guarding Reese Jackson, and he unfortunately fouls out tonight.
And Noah Lamondu coming out as well. Malachi hooks.
Stay right there, D.
Jackson again with a very easy lay-in. Just so big and powerful in this game.
Alrighty, Cooper with ball is gonna hit another three.
He's just letting it fly at this point. There's nothing to lose for him right now. He's just...
And he's chucking it from deep too.
Yes.
Sutton.
Again, such an athletic finisher.
Sutton has been automatic with his layups, his free throws, everything tonight, including his defense.
It's going to be a foul on number 4, Sebastian Edwards. That's going to be his 5th. He is fouled out for the night. This is not what you wanted for Roman Catholic.
This is not what you wanted. It's time. They're winning by 20. This game is practically over, but it's kind of a
principle
you see,
thing.
Exactly. Whether or not you win this game, fouls matter, especially for this Roman Catholic offense, and it might hurt them eventually in this tournament. Okay, Quentin Cooper with his first.
It's going to be a timeout by Roman Catholic as they try and gather themselves with these new fouls. The loss of Sebastian Edwards for the rest of the game.
.338 left on the clock. It's a 20-point lead for the Cahill Lights.
And stay tuned for us after this game. In our next stream at starting around 8:15, we will feature the final game of our night as Murray from DC takes on Chaminade High School from Missouri. You know one of the famous alumni from Chaminade?
Hit me.
Jason Tatum.
No kidding.
I was surprised to hear that too.
Wow, that is interesting.
The NBA superstar from Missouri.
You might not know, but from Coolidge, David Butler, NCAA championship with University of Nevada, Las Vegas, against Duke, beating them 103-73.
People forget how good UNLV used to be.
They used to be insane. Every time I look, I'm like, wait, they used to be good? Well, where are they now? Okay, Quincy Cooper.
Makes the second.
That last one was no good. Sammy Jackson with the ball. Tyler Sutton will travel. So turnover for the KO Lights, and the Colts will take over on offense. Micaiah Gray. That's one loose. That was Michael Johnson, but Sharif Johnson will have that. That'll be a jump ball.
Malachi Hooks on the inside right now has been really crucial.
Is this our first jump ball of the night? I think it was.
I believe so. Surprising given the amount of intensity this game has had so far. Gray with the pass out. Gets it out
That'll be
to
a walk.
Washington Jr.
And this is what the Colts have been doing with a lot of turnovers that have been really costing them those necessary points in order to win. So I think this is a learning experience for this Coolidge High School team. They're good. They've got some good players. But this loss, I think, will help define them. As Sharif Jackson puts another one in.
I don't think this loss is indicative of how Coolidge is.
Yeah.
I think it's indicative of how good Roman Catholic is.
They have a good team.
They just have such a balanced team. They really don't have one player that bounces off the roster as Sharif Jackson takes the charge. All the players are almost equally good in all senses, but they clearly have their leader in Sharif Jackson, who's, whenever he's on the court, this team just seems to play better with a higher intensity.
Right. And Coach McNesby's just done a great job with this crew. They look good. All right, Sammy Jackson. Screened by his older brother. Sutton, spin move.
Loses the ball, trips on the floor. Washington Jr. with the steal. Tries to get it to Gray. It's going to be a double dribble. He passed it to himself.
And this is just not the Colts night that they intended to see, as Derek Washington is subbed off the court. And Tavaz Goodall will take in. Jackson will let that one go. KO light ball. Sutton throws it out to Jackson with under 2 minutes to go.
It's going to be an offensive foul on Jackson, though. Looks like it's going to be a push-off. That's number 4 on Jackson.
Looks like Malachi Hooks is a little shaken up as he hands the ball over to Micaiah Gray.
It's going to be Gray trying to get a little something going. Roman Catholic fumbles the ball there as they get the easy bucket in transition. It's going to be a timeout on the floor with 1:18 left, just a little over a minute left to go in this game as Roman Catholic holds the lead over Calvin Coolidge, 67-50. Mike, if you were Roman Catholic, what would you take away from this game?
I think we saw some good offense. We saw some good defense. Tyler Sutton, Sammy Jackson, obviously the impact players today. You see them storming down the field on offense and on defense. They just looked good. They looked like a good and true basketball team that you want to see, especially in this DC Classic, because there are some tough teams that for the road ahead of them. And if I was Coach McNesby, I'd be well over pleased that from tonight.
What about Coolidge? What do you think about them?
Coolidge, I think it's a learning experience. This was a tough team to play. But then again, they have some really good rising players from the sophomore class, from the freshman class. Obviously, Derek Washington Jr. And also, you just got to work on the defense. You got to work on the fouls, and you got to work on the turnovers. The turnovers have killed them tonight. And we'll see from now on. I think they'll change what they've done. But this loss is good for them.
Sutton again with that fantastic finish. If he gets downhill with that right hand, I can almost guarantee it's going to be a basket at this point.
.106 to go in this half. The Kaolites up by 19. As Sharif Jackson and C.J. Miller come off. Derek Carr, Judah Sterling, Dwayne Ruffin, and Brad Wanamaker all come in as they take their starters off the court, but leave Tyler Sutton on.
With the way Tyler Sutton's been playing all game, you got to leave him on to finish this game.
Leave him on. Yep. Derek Washington attempts to put that one in.
It's going to be a foul on Sutton here as he pushed the coach's son. Coach is not very happy about that, probably.
Alrighty, and Tyler Sutton comes out. And plays Samaj Robinson. Jump ball. And that'll be Roman Catholic ball.
Again, intensity of this game has been high the entire time. You really love to see such intensity in these games. It means these players want this so much.
I think we got a good couple of games coming up today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. I'm excited for that championship game. Robinson. Holds the ball with under 20 seconds to go in this game. Wanamaker lets it fly, no good. Garrett Washington rushes over, and that'll be a foul. Kaimori Gasaway, 6'5" senior, will go to the line for 2.
It's going to be a foul on Judah Sterling for Roman Catholic. Again, tune in Sunday, 5:15, as the championship game for this DC Classic is broadcasted. With what we're looking at right now, I would not be surprised if we saw Roman Catholic
I would
there.
not be. Gonzaga, the purples taking on each other, that would be a fun game. I'd like to see that. Obviously, Gonzaga having some trouble earlier today.
They're going to get the ball in with 3 seconds left.
And they take it to the end. It is the Roman Catholic Catholics prevailing over the Coolidge Colts, 70-51. All right.
Fantastic game to broadcast. Roman Catholic led wire to wire, but
We'll see if we can get it, but if we can't. Okay, we have our impact player of the game, Tyler Sutton.
Tyler, congrats on the great performance and great win. What do you think really shifted your way through this game? Was it your defense or offense?
Defense definitely started the whole game. As we locked them up, everything became comfortable. My teammates scoring opened up more for me to just get comfortable and score.
We could see you prevail from the first half and then into the second half. You were playing great defense, great offense. What mental state did you go into after that first half?
To get my teammates involved, get a feel for the game. Defensively stop them. Second half, I just wanted to kill.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the tournament.
Well, there we have it, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the Gonzaga Sports Broadcasting presentation of the great DC Classic in our nation's capital. I'm Mike Maluzzo.
And I'm Henry Kalpin.
Saying so long from the Carmody Center. Have a good night.